Okay, out of the box, we've got our 4 pieces here. This makes up the base. We're not going to do anything with the laser arm. We'll set that off to the side for now. We'll take the main base with a switch and we're going to turn it upside down and we'll put it in the front up here. Now we'll take both arms and we want to place them so that they come out like this, but the eyelet on each side needs to be sticking out to the side. So we've got both pieces here. We've got the one with the switch in the front, and then we've got this one in the back. We'll turn it so that both of these little screw ports here go like that. We're gonna go ahead and thread this wire, which comes off of the main piece with the switch on it, through this arm here. There's a little slot right inside of here that we're gonna place that wire through. As you can see, it comes through like this. We're gonna take this bag that has wrenches in it, and I've got a little mechanic bull here that's magnetic. They're really useful. It'll keep everything from rolling off the table. I'll go ahead and put all those inside of there. It's gonna have all the bolts that will connect our main pieces together. The first thing that we're gonna look for are these larger bolts. There's 4 of them. I believe they're M4s. We'll use these to connect the whole base together here. All right, so this is the side where we added the wire. We'll go ahead and line this up. It just fits underneath this little tab right here. We'll add one of these machine screws into it, and then we'll use an Allen wrench that fits to screw it in place. Now I'll take the other arm and we're gonna do exactly the same thing. We'll go ahead and take our laser arm here. We want this giant square thing over here to go like this. So this is still upside down. Our tracks are upside down and they're going to slide in like this. You have these little roller wheels here and they fit right on the inside of the track. Very simple. Now we've got these little tracks that come in a bag and we've got 2 of them and we're going to put them one on each side like this. We'll go ahead and add the tracks in. They were a little bit difficult at first for me to figure out, but you make a loop and this is the front again with the switch on it. And we're just gonna stick it inside the hole. So I've got it in here and I'm just gonna feel around. It's gonna be right over here, but I'm gonna need to fish it around the side of it. There we go, I caught onto it. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. I've made a loop. I'll push it in and I'm gonna try to catch it. There we go, and I'll lay it out like that. From that bag, we have these little 2 spindle assemblies, and they're going to fit in each of the hooks that we talked about earlier. We'll take the first one here, and the way it works is like this. We've got the nut on the end here, we've got this washer, and then we've got this round section here, which is what our belt will hook onto. We want to take just the nut and place it into this little recessed area, and then this washer goes on the opposite side. Once we've done that, we'll wrap the track around it. We'll take the tiny set screw and it's gonna go in a hole right in the front here. It's probably easier just to stick it on the Allen wrench like that. And then again, it goes inside that little tiny hole. And this will push this forward, which will tighten the band up. We don't want to put this in too far because we want to put a little bit of tension on the bolt. So now that it's in there and it's tensioned just a little bit, I'll flip this around and you can see a place for the Allen wrench to go in. I just want to give it enough pressure that it's parallel to this little eyelet here. Now I'll go ahead and tighten this a little bit more. That's pretty good right there. I'll go ahead and come back here and tighten this up again. And that's good right there. We'll go to the other side and do the exact same thing. Now you might be really tempted to place the belt inside this little area here. We're not gonna do that yet. Now just like the front, we're gonna use machine screws on the back here. We'll pull this wire up so it's out of the way. Just kind of set it off to the side. And I'm gonna add my M4 screw inside of here. Now I'll take this giant bunch of wires here and this is going to connect to the inside over here. So if we look to where we threaded the wire through, this will fit right inside of that. Just pops in right there. And then this wire will fit right next to it. Now we'll go ahead and flip over the machine so that it's facing the right way. With our big wire here, we'll go ahead and grab a zip tie and our wire is going to be on the outside of the bar here. We'll take the zip tie and it's going to go through this little plastic looking loop area here. It's going to slide right through that. And then we're going to take the wire bunch here and it's just going to go right around this wire section here. Again, we want it on these little wires right here. In this group of wires here, we're going to look for the letter X. It's going to be on one of these little sleeves. and this is going to plug down on this little box here at the bottom. We'll take a zip tie now, and it's going to go through this first loop. It's going to angle down through the bottom here. And if I flip this over again, you can see how I've gone through that hole. I want to make sure that it's not in the center or on the side over here. It needs to come to the hole in the side and then through the bottom. We'll add the next zip tie the exact same way. So we'll go ahead and bend this a little bit, and then it's going to go through this hole. And then again, it's going to be on the opposite side of this track. We do not want it in the center or over here on the side. We'll pull this up. We've got our laser wire here. We want to add it to the letter L. So this one right here. We'll come in here and we want to clip off each one of these wires. We don't want them to get in the way. So just right where they tighten, we'll clip all the zip ties off. We'll take the bag here with the laser in it. We'll pull this out, and there's this little nipple here that we'll add to it. It just screws in the inside like this. Now we'll add this protective cone. Fits in like this. We're going to come to this bag now. It has all these fun parts in it, and we want this little knob here. So we'll go ahead and take this knob out, and it's going to go right in the side. On our laser arm, it just slides right in like this. Make sure that it's not tensioned, and just sits in there like that, and you can tighten it up. And now we'll connect the wire to the top. Just fits inside that port. And that is, again, the wire that we attached to this bigger collection of wires over here. In this little plastic bag, it's just all wrapped up. We've got a tube. We need to unwrap, and it fits right inside that hole, the second hole over here. This is going to be for the air. Now, if you remember back from the very beginning, we still have these little two machine screws. They're a little bit smaller than the screws that were used to hold the arms on. We're going to take them, and they're going to go right up front here. Our big red button's on this side. It's going to go right on the side over here, and these will protect it from going too far forward, the arm. There's just one that goes on this side, and then one that goes on the other side. Now we'll go ahead and tighten these up. Again, this will keep it from hitting the front, so it'll stop right there, which is what we want. You'll get a little antenna inside the bag. We'll go ahead and attach it. Looks like a little coaxial cable input. Just tighten that in like that. Now we'll go ahead and move the laser arm all the way forward so that they hit those bolts that we put in. And we need to add the bands on the side. And if I lift this up, you can see the belt, and it's just going to slide right inside that little area right there. We'll do the same thing on the other side. This will just slide right inside that port. Again, we want to make sure that this is pressed up against those machine screws. And it slides right in there. Now we've got another bag here that has the USB cable in it. We'll go ahead and take this out, take this tie off. It just fits right inside of the port here. We'll get the power brick out. This connects into the box. And then this end here will connect into the port on the side, the power port. Like that. Now I hope to help you with the problem that I had. I spent maybe 12 to 14 hours with customer service trying to get this figured out. In order for this to work, you have to plug in the memory card. When they told me memory card, I didn't see a memory card. There was no memory card in my box. The only thing that I found was a USB drive. Now this is a TF reader. I don't have a lot of experience with this. There is a memory card on the USB drive. It's right in here. We'll slide it out. It's a little tiny micro SD card. This will save you a lot of time. This has to be plugged in before you turn your machine on. Make sure that you plug this in. We're looking at where we placed all these plugs, and there's a little symbol here that looks like a micro SD card, and that's where this will be plugged in. You want to have the gold part here facing down, That must be in there for this to work. Another thing that I had a problem with was understanding which way the key needed to be. To turn it on, it's going to be to the right. Every time you turn it on, it's going to turn to the right. Sometimes it'll light up right away, it'll be turned on. Other times you have to hold the button down a few seconds. So now I've got my wire plugged in. You can see it flashing, it's white. And it will zero itself out again, which is okay. Green light means you're good to go. When you're done using this, you're just going to turn the switch and unplug it, and you're done. If you have any questions at all, leave a comment down below and I will answer anything that I can. I'm going to leave all the videos that I found to update this, as well as the build that they gave me, because I want this to be as simple as possible for you. So look in the description and there will be a lot of videos and resources down there that you can look at. Thank you for watching. Let me know if this is helpful. Again, if there's any problems, let me know that as well.